DreAllDay.com.
All right, y'all. Dre Baldwin, Dre All Day. We're going to get to talking about this NBA All-Star game. We're going to talk about the starters for the All-Star game. I ain't getting into the whole roster for the whole teams. That's too many damn people. That's too much talking. So, first things first, when we talk about the All-Star game, I hear every year you got analysts and fans who say stuff like, the fans should have the power to vote taken away from them because they be voting for people who don't deserve it. They be voting for people just because they like them. They vote for guys who not even playing well. They vote for guys just because they get highlights. They vote when there's somebody to start and they're injured. They can't even play. This is the thing about the All-Star game. The All-Star game is for the fans. The All-Star game is not for the players. The All-Star game is not even for the hardcore basketball fans, like many of us are. It's not even for us. The All-Star game is for the casual basketball fan. The purpose of the All-Star game is to showcase the NBA to the casual fans in the hopes that these casual fans become hardcore fans. Because we hardcore fans, what do? We watch every game. We go on social media. We talk about it. We make videos about it. We write blog posts about it. We buy the sneakers. We buy the jerseys. We buy NBA League Pass. We spend money going to the games, hundreds of dollars going to one game just to be there and get the experience. We turn these players into superstars. That's what the hardcore fans do. The casual fans are the people who watch if it's exciting. If something big happens, then they'll talk about it for a minute and then they forget about it. The NBA wants to make those casual fans into the hardcore fans because the hardcore fans are the ones who spend all the money. We the ones watching the TV, which gives them these billion-dollar TV deals. So the casual fan is who the NBA is aiming for in the All-Star game. The reason I bring that up is because you have to understand when the voting is happening by the fans, they're going to vote for the stars. See, it's not all who's playing the best. It's not the NBA all who's playing the best game. It's the All-Star game. What is it that makes you a star? I don't know if there's an exact definition of what makes you a star, but a star is the person that the fans, that the people see as a star. If the people see you as a star, then you a star. You don't even have to be performing any certain thing, any certain level. If you look outside of basketball, you look at a prime example people always bring up is Kim Kardashian. She's a celebrity. She's a superstar. She's one of the most famous people in the world, probably top 10 right now. What is it that she does proficiently? There isn't any one thing that she's actually known for doing proficiently. Some people joke and say she's famous for doing nothing, as if it's derogatory, as if that's something negative. And I say, well, she's famous for doing nothing. I would love to be famous for doing nothing. The rest of us, we work hard, and we want to, many of us want to be known. She's known that she didn't do anything specific, but she's a fucking star. If people say, who is that? Everybody knows it's Kim Kardashian. What does she do? People, well, we don't know. But she's a star. A star is a star. If the people know you and the people see you as a star, then that makes you a star. So when we get into this all-star voting, some of these players being voted in as a starter, I'm going to have to defend them because they're stars. They're who the people know. If the people don't know your name, then you ain't no star. If the people know your name, even if you're having a terrible performance at that point, you still a star, obviously. Now, if the people start forgetting your name, then your star is starting to fade. But we're going to get into that right now. I got the voting up right now. Actually, to let you know, I don't know when I'm going to put this video out. I'll probably put it out at the same time they announce the starters for the All-Star game because the actual voting, the All-Star game itself is on February 16th in New Orleans. The voting ends on January 20th, and the starters are announced on January 23rd. So the starters get announced like 3 weeks before the game even happens. So I'm recording this video on January 9th. So it's about a week and a half before they stop the voting. So I'm going to tell you who I got as my starters at each position and why. First of all, I like the fact that the NBA changed it to front court, back court. So we don't have these guard, forward, center stuff because there's so many hybrid players nowadays that play multiple positions. And it doesn't even matter. Nobody cares what position a person is labeled. A player is a player. So we go to the Eastern Conference. All right, so it's 3 front court and 2 back court. First thing in the Eastern Conference, I'm surprised to see Paul George is way ahead of Carmelo. I would think Melo would still get voted in by the New York people just because he's in New York and he's just more a household name than Paul George. But I guess the New York fans, the backlash from how terrible the Knicks are playing. They had to get at Melo, and he's out of there. So, well, he's not out of there. He's out of the number 2 spot, which I expected him to hold down his whole career. So right now is LeBron number 1, of course. Paul George got the number 2 spot over Carmelo, who has the number 3 spot. And then you got Roy Hibbert's number 4, Bosh, Kevin Garnett. I'm good with that. In the Eastern Conference, LeBron, Paul George, Melo. They're the 3 biggest stars in the backcourt. There's nobody else close to their level as far as star power goes. And as far as who's playing the best, I'm just looking at the top 15. If it's somebody not in the top 15 who I don't remember or don't remember their name, I'm sorry. But, all right, going by this top 15, Roy Hibbert will probably make the game. He's not going to get voted in to start. He's way too far behind Melo. But Roy Hibbert will make the game. But I don't have a problem with those 3 guys starting. They are the 3 biggest stars. If I want to see an all-star game, those are the 3 guys I want to see from the Eastern Conference. In the backcourt in the East, top 2 vote getters, you got Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving are pretty close to each other. Derrick Rose is number 3. And we got John Wall, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo, who's injured. Nobody else is really in contention. Next closest guy after Rose and Wall is Ray Allen. I'm good with that backcourt. Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving. Now, we know Dwayne Wade's missed several games this year, not for a direct injury, but he sits out games so they can, preserve his body for the postseason. But Dwayne Wade's a damn star. He got 3 NBA titles. He's a Hall of Famer. He got an Olympic gold medal. Dwayne Wade's proven himself, and he's a star to the people. The people see his name. They know who he is. They know what he's done. They know his resume. He's a star. Kyrie Irving, he's going to get voted in to start. He's a star also himself. His team has been terrible. Kyrie Irving hasn't done much winning since he's been in the NBA. So, we ain't even getting into that right now, but Kyrie is the other guy. I think Derrick Rose would be a starter if he was healthy. I think he would take Kyrie's spot had he been healthy, but since he's not, he's still got 300,000 votes despite the fact that he's only played, how many games he played before he got hurt? Not many, and he wasn't playing too well. So, Dwayne Wade and Kyrie in the backcourt need. So you got Kyrie, D. Wade, LeBron, Paul George, and Melo. So that's like a pickup game 5. But as I said, they're the biggest stars. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that starting lineup. In the Western Conference, let's see, we got Kevin Durant, Dwight Howard. All right, so we go to the Western Conference. We got Kevin Durant is 2nd overall in votes. He only 4,000 votes behind LeBron. So Kevin Durant's star is rising. Dwight Howard's number 2. And then it's close here. We got Blake Griffin has the 3rd spot right now. Kevin Love is 20,000 votes behind. Tim Duncan is not that far behind. And you got LaMarcus Aldridge at number 6. All 6 of those guys are all-stars. They should all make the team. Anthony Davis is number 7. I think he can make it too. I think all 7 of those guys should be in the all-star game. How it's going to shake out overall, we'll see. As far as that, the starters, it will be 3 guys. I'm good with KD. I'm good with Dwight Howard. And then you got Blake Griffin, Kevin Love, Tim Duncan, and LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, LaMarcus Aldridge has been playing excellent this season, but Blake Griffin has not been a bum this year. Blake Griffin has been great. He got better. His rebounding is better. His scoring is better. I believe his efficiency numbers are better, but I don't have those numbers in front of me right now. But Blake Griffin is a fucking star. He's a bigger star than Kevin Love. He's a bigger star than LaMarcus Aldridge. He plays in a bigger market. All of these things factor into getting votes from the fans. Some people might not like that, but that's the reality of it. And Blake Griffin, he's not stealing votes. He is a good player. This guy's averaging over 20 and 10 in the NBA, like I talked about when I defended him earlier. And so is LaMarcus, and so is Kevin Love. Kevin Love, actually, I think, is playing the best next to Kevin Durant in the Western Conference front court. So I say the 2 Kevins are the 2 best front court guys so far this year. But Kevin Love going to have to settle for coming off the bench. And Kevin Love's team is not that great either. So even though he's putting up great stats, just like Kyrie, he's putting up great stats, but the team is terrible. And the purpose of playing in the games is to win. So Kevin Love, Kyrie, y'all start getting some more W's. You'll probably end up getting some more votes. Look at Paul George. He's in a small market, but he's getting more W's. And he got the votes. He took it from a guy who's playing in New York City, who's been a star for 10 years. So it's not impossible for it to happen. So it said Kevin Durant, Dwight Howard's been playing great quietly. Blake Griffin, number 3 spot. I say Kevin Love, of course, makes it. LaMarcus makes it. Maybe Tim Duncan again. Anthony Davis, I hope to see him make it. He came back quickly from that injury. Backcourt in the Western Conference. Yeah, it's kind of dicey over here. So we got Kobe #1 by a lot. He's winning by a lot. Chris Paul #2, Stephen Curry #3. Jeremy Lin got more votes than James Harden, and then Russell Westbrook is #6. So Westbrook's been hurt. He's not going to make it this year. James Harden has been putting up great stats. He puts up good numbers offensively, but James Harden plays no defense whatsoever. But he is an all-star. He will make the game just because what he does offensively makes him an all-star. Stephen Curry and Chris Paul will, I guess, be the starters since Kobe. Well, actually, Kobe might be back. By the time this video comes out, Kobe might be back healthy and playing. So, and I think if he's healthy, he will play an all-star game because the fans voted this guy in. The fans vote for the people they want to see. So if the fans vote for 10 people that they want to see play, you know, like I said in the beginning of this video, if they want to see Kobe play, then they vote in Kobe. That's just how it is. You know, so Kobe Bryant and Chris Paul will be the starting backcourt in the West if Kobe's healthy. If Kobe's not healthy, then I guess we plug in Steph Curry, who finally makes his all-star game debut. He definitely deserves that. Do I think Jeremy Lin gets in? I don't think so. I think James Harden takes the 4th guard spot. And at the 5th spot at the guard, if there are only 5 guards, because I named 7 big guys, 7 front court players in the West, and I would say Damian Lillard over Tony Parker for that last spot. But like I said, that's a tough call. So whoever's the coach of the Western Conference, I think they do it by whoever has the best record, which means it would be either OKC, which is Scott Brooks, Portland's Terry Stotts, and the Spurs' Popovich. So whoever has the best record, that guy is the coach of the game. So that's going to be a tough call for him. But if it's Portland's coach, I guess he's going to put in his guy. And if it's Popovich, I don't know what Popovich might do. I don't know if he's going to show favoritism or he's going to give his man some tough love and not put him in the game, Tony Parker. So Tim Duncan as well. So that's a tough call. So all-star starters. Just to recap, we got LeBron, Paul George, Melo, Kyrie, and D-Wade in the East. That's the ultimate pickup game 5. In the West, you got KD, Dwight, Blake Griffin, Kobe, and Chris Paul. I actually like that 5 better because it's a little bit more balanced out. You got Kobe and Chris they both natural at their positions, the 2 and the 1. Blake basically a 4, Dwight's a 5, and KD's a 3. So they kind of got like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 situation. Guys playing their more natural spots. But in the East, you got like hybrid players. LeBron can play multiple, Paul George multiple positions. Melo can play the big or small forward. D-Wade is a guard, but he can handle it, of course, and he got that athleticism and length, so he could kind of be all over the place. And Kyrie's a ball handler. I think that'll be a great game to watch. I mean, that's basically what the NBA wants. They want all the stars. That's why it's called the All-Star Game. So any of y'all that's mad at the fan voting, you know, go vote yourself. It's like if you're mad at who's the president, you got to go and vote. If you didn't vote, you can't be complaining about it, even though I know it's hundreds of thousands of people voting. You might not make that much of a difference, but that mentality is the reason why you didn't vote. It's also the reason why you can't complain. So those are my all-star starters. I pretty much agree with who's being voted in right now. I want to hear your opinion. If you think somebody doesn't deserve their starting spot, I want to know who and why. What's your rationale for why they don't deserve that spot? And if you want to say who you think will get the reserve spots, let me know in the comments. That's it. Work on your game. Dre all day.
This is Coach Christian Grudeli from Europe. Work on your game.